Hi, Professor. My name is Wang Yiming, and I specialize in immersive design. Today, I'm going to present my research project, Immersive Design for Visual Fitting Rooms. So let's start with a quick overview of presentations. And here's what I'll cover today. And this research explores how immersive design, particularly through AR and VR, can enhance user experiences in visual fitting rooms. It investigates how immersive features influence emotions, engagement, and ultimately purchase behavior. While immersive tech is widely used in online retail, there's still limited understanding of which specific elements such as realism, responsiveness, or personalization have the strongest impact on user emotions and buying decisions. Without this clarity, designers struggle to create systems that are truly emotionally engaging and user-centered. So this slide is about my research questions and objectives. So to build a theoretical foundation, I reviewed three articles published between 2021 and 2024. All three focus on immersive retail experiences and cover psychological factors such as engagement, enjoyment, and emotional response. So the 2024 study how emotional attachment mediates the relationship between immersion and purchase intention in visual fitting rooms using SEM and data from 300 Chinese users. The study found that immersive features, especially realism and interactivity, greatly enhanced emotional connection, which increased the likelihood of purchase. So this study used the quantitative method and clearly show the importance of emotional bonding in immersive commerce. However, it's treated immersion too broadly without differentiating its components like responsiveness or narrative flow. Also, the focus on Chinese participants limited cultural generalizability. The key takeaway is technical immersion alone is not enough. Users must also feel emotionally connected. Future studies should explore immersion as a multi-dimensional concept and use more diverse cross-cultural samples. So Yang and Lin examined how AR technologies impact engagement and purchase decisions using perceived enjoyment as a mediating factor. Their survey of 420 Chinese users revealed that interactivity and media richness increased enjoyment, which led to better attitudes toward AR and stronger purchase intention. The statistical model was strong and confirmed that enjoyment drives engagement. However, the study didn't explore deeper emotional factors like trust or emotional bonding. It also relied only on self-reported data, which may introduce bias. So the paper demonstrates that AR affects both emotional and cognitive responses. Future work should include variables like affective trust and test how finding vary across different cultures or demographics. Law and K explore how gamification and personalization in VR fashion apps affect in-app purchases. They used self-determination theory and survey 512 users across East Asia. The results show that satisfying user needs for autonomy and competence significantly increase purchase intent. So the study had a strong theoretical base and diverse sample. However, it didn't track long-term effect and treated engagement as a simple construct without separating emotional, behavioral, or cognitive aspect. So the key insight is that motivational design through gamification and personalization can drive purchases by meeting psychological needs. Future studies should include longitudinal data and segmented samples. So for my research methodology, I used a quantitative approach with an online structured questionnaire. This allowed me to collect statistically valid data on variables like immersion, emotional bonding, and purchase intention. This method fits my goal of identifying clear relationships between design features and behavior. So I collect 80 valid responses, mostly from people aged 18 to 35. About 6% used visual fitting rooms monthly, often through Taobao, Zara, or Snapchat AR. Most participants were female, and data collection was done through university networks and social media. So the question design, I had 5 parts. The first is introduction and content. The second is questions on immersive experiences. The third is emotional and behavioral reactions. The fourth is a short qualitative reflection, and five is demographic information. All scaled items use the 5-point Likert scales adapted from the 3 reviewed studies. The question one is about spatial presence. It's about 33.8 of participants report feeling very much like they were in a real store, and another 26.2 said moderately, and over 60% of users experience a strong sense of presence, showing that spatial immersion in visual fitting rooms is working well. And the second question is about system responsiveness. Uh, 36.2 said the system respond very well, and 10 said works perfectly. However, nearly 19% reported poor responsiveness. This highlights that while interaction is smooth for most, there's still room for improvement. The third question is about emotional connection. 85% of users feel some emotional, and 33.8 feeling very connected, and 13.8 describing deep emotional bond. This supports the idea that personalization and visual fidelity can trigger emotional attachment key for increasing purchase intention. And question 4 to question 6. Question 4 is about sense of control. 41.3 of users reported a high level of control, and 26.3 feel somewhat in control, and over 2/3 of users feel they could navigate and influence the environment confidently, an important part of user agencies. So the question 5 is about visual realism, and 42.5 of participants rated the environment as a very realistic, and 80.8 said it was slightly realistic, and 10 felt it lacked realism altogether. And this makes feedback points to inconsistencies in design elements like texture, lighting, or motion, which can break immersion for some users. So question 6 is about imaging, and more than 57% of respondents says very clearly and or extremely imagine themselves wearing the visual items in real life. This shows that immersive visual fitting rooms can successfully support mental projection, helping users envision real-world usage, essential for decision making. Question 7 is about a reduced uncertainty, and 43.8 said that visual try-on moderately reduced their uncertainty, and 13.8 feel it was significantly reduced. And this indicates that immersive design helps users make more confident purchase decisions. And question 8 about personal identity reflection. Combined, 70% feel the visual fitting room experience reflect their personal style, or with 32.5 strongly agreeing. This means personalization can build emotional alignment, contributing to both significant satisfaction and brand loyalty. Question 9, 66% of users said they were encouraged to explore more, trying different outfits or viewing products from different angles. This support the idea that interactivity and curiosity are well supported in immersive environments. So question 10 is a open-ended feedback. User generally had positive expectation about immersive technologies in area like retail, education, and entertainment. However, several participants emphasize the emotional quality, realism, and responsive design would be critical for future success. To conclude, immersive features like personalization, real-time feedback, and realism are key drivers of emotional engagement and purchase intent. Emotional attachment acts as a bridge between immersive experience and user behavioral. Three recommendations. First is improve system responsiveness, and second is about enhanced realism, and third is about integrate storytelling. Future research should involve cross-cultural samples and examine long-term user impact. And here are the key sources used in this project. And thank you for your listening. That's all my presentation.